Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. Look at that. Why would you go to that picture of Mitch McConnell? Look at him.
Look at that guy.
Look at that. Zoom in on that thing.
I'd have to open
Look
it.
at that
Let me
horror.
Open image in a new tab.
Guy's a fucking shitty, ugly piece of shit. Oh.
Tell me he doesn't look like a puppet. He looks like a fucking ventriloquist.
He does. Look at his lips have entirely caved into his head. Yeah. Look at that. Every part of him is dissolving in some way.
You would think he would eventually turn to his tailor too and just say, you know what? Every time I wear a fucking top, it makes my head look like a balloon. Is there any way you could loosen up my collar just a little bit?
Maybe he should go to a surgeon and have himself tailored. Look at that.
He needs a
little off the top up here, motherfucker.
Man, he looks like fucking Mason Verger from that.
He does.
God, he looks like that guy, Mason Verger, who carved his own face off.
If I woke up with that fucking shitty body, why would you comb your hair?
Look at that thing.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? You're fucking decorating the plumage on that thing.
It seriously looks like the embodiment of evil. Like, it genuinely looks like the embodiment of evil. When I look at it, I think, now that's...
Yeah, he's a fucking horrible
If there was an
person.
evil thing, that would be what it would embody that.
Yeah.
He's like a bagpipe of a human.
He is genuinely evidence that there is no benevolent God.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. Scroll to the bottom here. What do we got? Let me do us. What is the us? That's better.
Oh, is that to change your camera?
Yeah, I just don't want him to see what we
cool.
wrote down.
Yeah.
Because I said I hate the audience. I wrote it here. I hate the audience.
That's a rough thing to write down.
It is rough, and I don't even know
Why'd
why
you write
I
in
said
such big font?
I don't even know why I said it.
That was a weird thing to write in such big font, too. Comic
Sans.
Sans was a good choice.
Is it PC? Is that what I want? PC, that's what I want. All right, so this is Christian hate preacher. Pride Month has always been about these pedophiles. Well, I guess he's really cutting to the chase here, Tom.
Yeah, he's not mincing a lot of words here.
This is the Zoomies guy, though. This is the guy. This is the Zoomies.
This is
Jesus.
Just running around like, okay, he's excited. We should run somewhere.
But this one is like his Wednesday night because he even says this is Wednesday night, not Sunday morning. He says that in this thing. So I think that it's a little more reserved.
Oh, is it a little more chill? Yeah, Wednesdays are a little more chill.
A little more chill.
Than the Sunday morning brawl. Sunday, only at Hate Church.
What's going on, Ian?
We didn't test the audio. So
Oh, okay. Ian, write it down on your fucking production notes or whatever checklist you use.
Should we do a straw poll of whether or not it's going to work?
Yeah. Let's do a straw poll about whether or not it's going to fucking work. Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
I want to see all the people have no faith in you, Ian. I want the math. Yeah.
Uncle Bolton.
Oh, Lou, we got your message too, Lou. We'll be in touch. We just got a lot going on right now to help fix. I think it was Lou who sent us a message and said that they could help us fix
Gary.
Gary. We did get your message, Lou. We'll respond to it eventually. We've just been so busy. We hired somebody recently, so we got a lot going on. So, and we're writing some things, so we got a lot going on right now. So,
$100 on working.
$100 on working.
Yep.
$100. Well, you're
working in what way?
Did you just yep twice, or was that an audio fuck up, Ian? Because I have $100 too.
I said yep. Of course, I said yep.
What I said was yep. People are asking me, did I ever build that computer? No, we didn't reach our Patreon threshold. But we will. If we reach the Patreon threshold of 4,000.
Not only that, we will pick a patron to send that working computer to.
What was the rule again? I don't get any instructions? I can't use like a YouTube video?
No, what we do is we give you all the pieces and we allow you anything that you can read to put it together, but you can't watch any instructional videos. You have to read it.
Oh.
And we get to film it.
Does it all come with instructions? Do all the parts come with instructions?
Yeah, sure, but unless you watch, like I would think at least for me, and I'm a relatively techie guy. I had to watch several tutorial videos before I built my own computer. I just had to it's really not hard once you understand the process.
Yeah.
But it's the process that you have to understand to do it, and the order that you do it in too.
Oh, the order matters?
Yeah, and also because certain things need to go on before it actually gets put into the box, because if you don't, then you can't fit it in the box.
You got to put it in the box.
Yeah. And so the other thing too is
what?
What do you mean you got?
I don't really know what it means to build a computer. I don't know what
the thing is that processors are very delicate. And there's only
I've got
one
nimble
way.
fingers.
There's only one way that a processor goes in.
Hard.
And The other thing too that you got to understand is
I bet I could get it in.
you'll get it in. My favorite part too is that
Lube?
when it fits in, it actually, no matter how well it fits in there, you still have to crank this thing down. So you got to know it's in there right, and then you have to crank it in. And so guaranteed you will fuck up the process. I will guarantee, you know, someone was paying money for that.
Yeah.
Guarantee you will fuck the processor. All right. Ian, what was the consensus? Did people care?
I couldn't hear anything you said, but go ahead. Let's see if it
Let's
plays.
see if it plays.
If not, I'll log in.
Oh, this is so great.
Ian,
this is my favorite stream right now.
I'm just going to talk to Ian for the rest of the thing because he can't hear me.
sir.
It's going to be
Oh, you got a sir again. That deference.
all right.
That deference, I like it.
Real love.
Oh.
I think
Wait,
it
I think you know it.
I think it
Just
did it twice. It did it twice though, Ian. I think I was hearing an
Go
echo.
back, yeah.
Let's hear.
Real love
Yes.
does not take an entire month of a year.
Ian, we're hearing an echo.
It's echoing, buddy.
We're hearing an echo, buddy.
This is so great.
What about now?
To celebrate something that you know God clearly calls
working
an
now.
abomination in the Bible. Real
It was
love.
playing for them, fine. So
Okay.
All right.
that's all that matters.
All
Yeah,
right.
they don't hear an echo. See, it worked for them. So there's a
You sound so bad.
98%.
You
I
sound
bad?
so bad.
Me and
Hey,
Tom-
RGGG keeper.
He sounds so terrible all the time. I want to listen to this. The thing is like there's been times that he's sounded crazy to us in these past streams because Ian can't figure out how to talk to us in these. He keeps on trying to do these workarounds that are like 4 different programs communicating with each other.
Ian,
And
maybe
he
if you
keeps
slam the processor in
over
harder.
and over and over again. Ian plays a game of telephone with himself on this computer. It's my favorite shit. But the best part is that we hear craziness, but
Yeah.
then I'll listen to it afterwards, like when I'm cutting
Yeah.
it, and
It's fine.
It sounds fine. Ian sounds fine. Ian, but when we hear him, he sounds like Max Headroom.
bonkers.
It's the best. All right, let's play this.
He should get better internet. You should call Comcast.
I don't think it's Comcast. I think Ian's just a fuck up. That's what I think.
No, wait. I think I was using my. Does this still sound bad?
No,
I
it
think I
sounds
was
better.
Using my
Literally,
The internet.
it's like, are you timing this?
It's amazing because you get
The
a half
comedic
a
timing is
sentence out.
amazing.
The comedic timing is great. He gets a half sentence out for us.
Wait, I think
and
it's
then
working.
he's like, I think I got it. He's like, and then he cuts
Hey,
out.
maybe it wasn't that. I had my phone plugged in, and I think it was that phone. I was using that phone as a hotspot.
Now it's working.
Now it is working a little better, although you did do a few seconds ago. So, all right, we're playing this. Here
All
we
right.
go.
Content.
Ian, mute your mic. We're gonna play this.
Mute it again, so that's fun.
Does not take an entire month of a year to celebrate something that you know God clearly calls an abomination in the Bible.
Doesn't he look like Chuck Liddell's younger cousin?
Thank you. That's exactly. He looks like skinny Chuck Liddell. He
does.
looks like Chuck Liddell without the weird beard belly. Beer belly.
Also, the weird Chuck Liddell's
Ape arms?
shoulders, though, these weird thing where they go back really far.
Yeah.
And I don't even know. Like, it's
He was strangely built, strangely
dude.
moving. I think he won fights because people were just fascinated by watching him move.
They watched him move and they didn't know what was
Like, what the
happening.
fuck? He starts hitting you. You're
Nobody
like,
knows
I can't
that Chuck
believe.
Liddell is in chat.
I know.
Though, so,
Oh my
all
God.
Yeah,
We're
because
old.
we're doing sports. We're doing sports.
Oh,
though.
yeah,
We're
that
doing
is a sports.
And
Yeah.
people don't know what sports. So.
It just doesn't.
I mean, it doesn't take the whole month if you don't want it to, but it can. You can choose to celebrate things for. Look, Christmas is one day, and that shit starts fucking November 1st.
Oh, what was the one that's encroaching into that? Because isn't Halloween taking up more time now too? Isn't there something like that?
Nothing. Halloween ends October 31st, and Christmas starts hard November 1st. But now Halloween begins like July 5th. Like
Yeah.
as soon as the 4th, like we light off all the fireworks, then we're like, put a fucking scary mask on, motherfucker.
It's weird because there's only a couple of holidays that really do that. That really got that big big, huge. Because, there's not like gearing up to the 4th of July, is there?
Well, in the suburbs, there is. In the suburbs, they do 4th of July, at least by me, everywhere I've lived. 4th of July is the entire back half of June through the middle of July.
People lot lighting off fireworks.
People lot of fireworks every fucking day.
That's true.
For a solid 6 weeks.
I guess that's true. Do people have like Easter egg hunts for 6 weeks before?
No. Like Easter lasts a day if you remember it. Like in our house, they will be like the day before, like, fuck, it's Easter. Make some candy eggs or whatever.
Get them a double decker.
Right. And like Halloween lasts forever.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving's just a weekend.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, you don't gear up for Thanksgiving.
No.
Yeah.
Best holiday.
Sure.
It's the best holiday, though.
Thanksgiving is definitively the best holiday.
Now, listen, I cannot compromise the truth of Scripture for your kids, my kids, their kids, or anybody else's family. I know what the Bible teaches. And the Bible teaches that pride is an abomination. Pride in sin is a double abomination.
Oh, it's a triple dog dare.
Whoa, wait, doesn't that make it okay?
Yeah.
Like double negatives.
Hold on, though. If it's a triple dog dare, what do you have to put your tongue on during Pride Month?
Anything you want during Pride Month.
You get it stuck. You just stuck.
Put some hot water on it. Put some water on it.
They call the fire department and it's all guys in just suspenders. They show up. Hot guys in suspenders.
I've seen that movie.
That's a sexy movie.
And if you want to see that movie, you can head over to adamandeve.com at your Gloria
and
checkout.
You can get like a DVD of that movie.
And what you do with a DVD, I don't even know. I guess you can fuck it with some lube from adamandeve.com.
You lay it under your pillow, it'll tell you a dirty story at night. You know what really... And this is genuine. Like I can't imagine the exhaustion that a LGBTQ plus person feels from all the attacks they get for just being, right? For just being, and then constant level of attack from an open attack, right? I mean, there's a lot of people in the country that are under attack, but like there's a relish at which these people attack the LGBT community. That is disgusting. And I can't imagine how exhausted I would feel if every year around this time, because there happens to be, a fucking rainbow flag somewhere sometime and some corporate asshole is trying to cash in on LGBT people by putting a rainbow colored Coca-Cola can or something, then you're the one who they're attacking every single time.
Yep. Yeah. These guys are constantly beating their Bible, beating their holy book, and using that as just an excuse, right?
Yeah.
It's not like if his holy book didn't say anything about gay rights, about that he wouldn't care, right? Yeah. These guys have a visceral dislike.
Sure.
And they hide their visceral dislike and their bigotry behind the book. The book isn't like what's driving it.
Right.
I really, I'm kind of like, fuck that noise. Like the book makes it worse.
The book is a choose your own adventure.
Right.
They pick what they want.
Exactly. That's the reason, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's talking about pride. How much you think his fucking outfit costs? Right. Yeah. How much you think his set design costs? How much you think like all the shit that guy is standing in front of right now? All of that shit, everything about that entire look of his entire fucking thing is all about pride, right? Sure. That's all about vanity. It's all about trying to create a look, trying to create an image, trying to cultivate that in order to give this guy doesn't give a fuck about pride.
Yeah.
And I don't even know that he gives a fuck about homosexuality or not. I really don't.
Yeah.
Like
he might
but
not
he
care.
knows that he can rile up the audience.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be people in that audience that want to I got to be on this side of a culture war. I got to,
and I got
the big squickies or whatever.
They'll tithe because of it. They're going to give money because
whatever gets them to open the fucking wallet.
Yeah.
A guy like this is going to say whatever gets wallets open.
Yeah. I mean, it is the grift, but some of these people, this guy especially is pretty disgusting.
Yeah, he is.
And I definitely feel for the LGBT community because I know how fucking exhausting it is just to. I mean, that's got to be the worst. It's got to be the worst to because in one way you want to celebrate the hardships that you've been through. That's what pride's about, right? It's not about being proud that you are sexually active with somebody of the same sex or similar. What doesn't matter, right? What it is it's the pride about the hardship that you went through. That's what the proud part is. And
And it's a decision to be open rather than to say like,
exactly.
we refuse to stay in the
not gonna
closet.
hide.
We are out, and like we are a part of your community, and we are a viable, visible piece of that community.
But there's got to be, you know, I recognize those positives, right? But I also recognize that this is also the time of year that people they're leveling the barrel at these people.
Oh, sure,
and they're getting hammered.
These fucking guys love this shit because this is their fucking tithing month.
This is their tithing month, yeah.
They love it.
So now we've decided that we would nationalistically and around the world take an entire month to celebrate something that God clearly says in his Bible grieves him.
Wow, we're going to celebrate a whole month of eating shellfish, Tom? That's outstanding, to be honest.
It's actually also National Crustacean Month. It's weird they kind of go hand in hand. I don't know.
You go to the parade and they just shoot you with clarified butter. You got a slip slide of clarified butter.
Again, it'd be a fine lube, I imagine.
I would say,
it'd be delicious.
You could combine Pride and Crustacean Month, and clarified butter for everybody. That's
I feel like clarified butter month could be every month.
It could be every month.
Yeah. Gee whiz.
Because after all, love is love. Not according to the Bible.
Yeah, maybe
Love
your
ain't
Bible's
always-
wrong.
Yeah.
Man, like pause for here and be like, you're making fun of the idea that like love is love. Like maybe your 2,000-year-old ideas are bad ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the problem.
Sure. Maybe you're pulling your morality from distant past, and that's not fucking worthwhile anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
what two consenting adults do is none of your goddamn business. How about that?
Like your fucking crazy book is like, well, here's how you can beat your slaves.
Yeah, exactly, right? Here's how you could trade your daughter for rice or whatever.
Right.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Your book is full of stuff you wouldn't do because you wouldn't want to be a slave.
Right.
These guys, like, they always are like, well, but like they wouldn't imagine themselves to be the slave.
No.
They never imagine themselves in a subordinate position.
Of course not. Of course
right? Not. Fuck you.
Always love. Sometimes love is lust. Sometimes love is rebellion.
Yes, I agree
Sometimes
with that.
love is a disconnection and disobedience from the word of God. Real love doesn't rejoice in evil. It rejoices in the truth. If we're making sense, say amen.
No.
So I try to be
literally
kind.
don't know what any of that means.
I don't either.
That's some of that fucking word salad gish gallop bullshit.
And they throw that shit out there and it has that cadence of religiosity that everybody responds to because they're literally just ringing a bell and people are salivating.
Plus they pull that SAT trick shit, right? Where it's like, this thing is to that thing, which is that thing is to this thing. And so they create a connection and it's like, okay, that's 80% the same. The next thing is 80% similar. The next thing is 80% similar. Meanwhile, you've whittled down the similarity,
you've changed it.
20% over 20%. You're like, now you've rhetorically created an equal sign between things which are unequal.
Yeah. And nobody knows where Karen's parking either.
Right.
You don't know where Karen's parking, and you don't know how fast the train is going, and you don't know how many apples you have. You're just fucked.
Right?
Yeah.
In the way that I say that, but we have raised an entire generation of people that say, what you need to do is stay out of people's bedrooms.
Yes.
Hey, what they need to do is stay out of our public schools and stay off of Disney and stay off of Nickelodeon and stay off of Kellogg's box. Right?
Okay, are people like buying Kellogg's boxes with like people going balls deep in each other? Because here's the thing, it's everything you bring to this, right?
Yeah.
You're bringing this to this because on Disney, it's two dads,
Right.
that never touch each other.
Right.
On the Kellogg's box, it's two dads or two moms with a kid. Nobody's doing anything but just standing there. You're bringing your own imagination to this, aren't you?
Well, they certainly are.
You're the one who's cranking this up because they're showing you literally nothing. They're just saying, I exist.
Well, what they're mad about, though, I think a big part of what they're mad about is they recognize that when that shit hits the Kellogg's box and hits Disney and hits Nickelodeon, what that really means is that you've lost the numbers.
Yeah.
Right? Nickelodeon puts that up there because they're now trying to appeal to a demographic of America that accepts these kinds of relationships. The reason that a company puts these things on their products is because they know that if they put these on their products, they know who they will and won't alienate, and they know who will and will not respond to those messages.
It's calculated.
So these guys know they're in a minority now. And so they see it on the Kellogg's box and they see, shit, Kellogg's realizes they will make more money with that message than my message.
Yeah.
So I am a demographic minority. I've lost power.
Yeah.
I've lost the thread. I don't control the narrative.
Yeah.
I'm upset about that. I'm going to respond.
Yeah.
It's a loss of power.
Yeah.
This is a loss of control and power. And that's the reason these guys, look at it, standing up, holding their fucking dumbass book like, my old book says you're right.
My old book likes the Wheaties box the way it was.
My Coca-Cola, get the fuck out of here. Jesus cracks a Coke, a polar bear wraps his fucking arm around him.
You know 100% that they would market as goofily to Jesus as they possibly could if they thought they could do it.
For sure.
Right? They would 100% have Jesus have a nail in his hand and crack a Coke with it or whatever. 100%. 100%.
The thing is, like, marketing is about testing the dollar.
Yeah.
That's all marketing is about. It has, these guys don't give a fuck. They're not like, well, what are our corporate values? Your corporate value is to sell
money.
stock.
Make money.
That's your corporate fucking value. That's it. Yeah. Everything else is the thing you do by accident in order to sell stock.
Sure.
That's it.
So when they're being ethical,
it's not. It's
not intentional.
Yeah, well, it might be intentional, but it's like it is something that is necessary for them to do in order to sell more stock.
Yeah, it's subordinate to the dollar,
right? Or otherwise, people are going to be like, "I'm not investing in your unethical company."
Yeah, right.
So to some degree, ethical companies are ethical. And they are ethical, but they're ethical not because of ethics, but they're ethical because consumers require ethics in order to invest.
It's
in
that
them.
Kant thing, right?
It is.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
They're self-motivated, right? They're self-motivated.
It's not altruistic.
Yeah, they're doing it to be self-motivated.
Right.
Yeah.
They're jumping in the river to save the baby because they're going to get a reward at the end.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I'm okay with it as long as they save the baby.
The thing is I love to see corporations using it because it is showing people that it's part of our culture.
Right.
And I think that's important. So whether or not they're doing it to try to mark up and to try to make money off of it, that I realize that that's their primary aim, but the secondary aim of this and the secondary effects is very important.
Right. And we talked about this on the show last time, like, because money is power, if we use money to normalize these different messages, that's okay. Like that's if it just creates more money, it just drives more power. That cycle's fine, because otherwise that cycle is either neutral, which is not neutral.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as neutral on ethical issues, right? Or it's in the other direction. It used to be like companies used to have ads that were super fucking racist because that's who they appealed to.
Because people wanted that,
right?
And that made money for them.
And that's what normalized, you know?
Right? And so we knew a long time ago when we gave same-sex marriage, an unlawful benediction that the Supreme Court didn't even have. We knew back then it wasn't just going to stop, but didn't they say that? All we want is same-sex. If you would just give us same-sex marriage, we would leave you alone. Let me tell you something. And I love the truth enough to say what's about to come out of my mouth. This ain't Sunday morning, it's Wednesday night.
Oh, big deal.
It has always been about the children. It has always been about the children. It wasn't about same-sex marriage. It's always been
this
about
is a
these
weird thing to
pedophiles.
do when you're talking.
Yeah, it really is.
This is a weird thing to do.
We got to catch the end of this though, because
make him jerk off
in a weird way.
It has always been about the children. It wasn't about same-sex marriage.
Oh, really? Genuinely.
It's always been about these pedophiles.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the Catholic Church?
Yeah, I know, right?
What are you talking about?
You're talking about the Southern Baptist Church recently putting the kibosh on their investigation into sexual abuse within their organization. That was also this week.
We got a message too from this week that someone had said that the commercial. Remember the commercial we played on the show last week about the ambulance chaser commercial for the Catholic Church? Mm-hmm. Someone said in Utah they play the same one for the Mormons.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, so
if there's money to be made, these people are going to make money. Who's abusing kids?
Yeah. God. Yeah. How disgusting. What an idiot. I just I hate how they just monetize. He's monetizing that hate. That just makes me crazy. It makes me nuts that someone can just walk into, and he's going to fill that tithing tray up.
Yeah, who is this guy? Greg Locke? What's his worth? Look up his net worth. What's a motherfucker like this worth?
Let's take a look.
Let's
see. I keep forgetting that that's not a window for His name's Greg Locke with an E, right?
Yeah. Like the philosopher.
Let me see. I'll type net worth and see what. Oh, the second one.
Yeah. Oh, he's not worth that much.
He's
0.2
really-
million. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So he's 200. He's worth.
Wait, go
is it
back real
200,000?
quick. Yeah, it'd be 200,000.
Is he a 200,000 error? Good for him.
From his profession? He made a net worth. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
He's a 200,000 error.
Yeah. All right.
He's still working.
He's
it
on
out.
his way up.
He's working it out, guys.
moving through the
still
food
working it
chain.
out. He's still working it out. I mean, he's not as rich as Mitch McConnell. That's for sure.
Oh God.
Oh man.
He's not one of those assholes like Creflo Dollar or whatever that's got.
that gun.
I want a gold-plated
Give
jet.
me a new jet. Give
I
me
want a
new
nuclear
jet.
powered yacht for
man.
Jesus.